Welcome to Spoiler Alert Podcast, the podcast where we talk about the latest episodes in anime. You have been warned. This episode is going to be pretty special because this is our first episode where we have a four-man cast. So I'd like to welcome a new voice to the podcast, Randomsama. Hello.
Hello, guys. My name is Randomsama613 of Anime Opinions, where I have opinions about anime, shockingly.
And I'd also like to welcome back Lou from Sitting by the Window Anime Reviews. Welcome back, Lou.
Yeah, what's up, ladies and gents? Lou here from Sitting by the Window. I sit by windows, and I review anime.
Alright, so for this episode, our lineup is as follows. We have Chunibyo Ren up to episode 10, Nagi no Asukara episode 23, and Log Horizon episode 23. Now, I know we normally do 5 anime series, but we kind of want to focus a little bit on the spring 2004 lineup and talk about what we're excited for, and then we'll end the podcast with an off-topic discussion. So, let's start off with Chunibyo Ren, episode 10, which focused a lot on Sophia and her little issue of loving Yuta. So, I mean, okay, so let me start off by saying Sophia, I actually am starting to like her a little bit more. I know Ray might disagree because he hates her.
No, I like her a little bit, but that little pink-haired bitch better not fucking stop Rika. I swear.
Team Rika.
Yes,
Rika.
Team Rika. Like, I swear, I'll kill her. I'll shake with it.
If she shatters Rika's reality, I will shatter her.
I know, but like, if she was supporting her too, I'm confused. Why? But yeah.
She's trying to break away. She's just trying to break away from her feelings, but she's having trouble dealing with that.
Yeah, I feel for her.
Yeah, she's trying to come to grips with how she feels, and she doesn't like how she feels, even though she does.
Mm-hmm. That ending, though, of episode 10, where she's having that mental fight, I thought that was so feelsy. You know what I mean? Like, you know, forcing Yuta to tell her what he loves about Rika and how that's, like, really hurting her inside, but she's forcing it, you know? And that's kind of interesting to see, I guess.
Yeah, I also thought it was really, really important for Yuta to actually be able to kind of explain how he feels about Rika, because he doesn't outwardly show it towards Rika all that often, even though he kind of does.
Mm-hmm. They're both too shy.
Mm-hmm.
I would say if anything, this was a cop-out to just get things out there for the audience. I mean, maybe that's just me being a cynic, but I think that was part of the reason why things turned out the way they did. Is because we're not given any internal, or we're barely shown what he's thinking, and we're forced to guess for the vast majority of the series. So this is just them dumping that information out and just making it a little bit more transparent without having to change how they're scripting or anything like that.
Well, I think also for this season they're focusing less on Yuta than they did in the first season, because the first season was more about Yuta and about how he was adjusting to dealing with Rika, and I think this season's more about how the people around Yuta are dealing with everything.
Yeah, very Rika-centric too.
Definitely.
I mean, Sophia coming in has been nothing but like involving Rika far more than Yuta, even though he's the one who knew her.
Mm-hmm, exactly.
So we'll see where Sophia's development comes in, because they gave a whole episode for her, and it was a very emotional episode. You know, the sticker coming off her face, and that was, you know, her symbol of being in that Chunibyo state, and it's coming off. And I think that there was that moment where she started crying, and her sticker falls off, and Yuta just had like this like traumatic face or look on his face. I don't know if you guys remember that.
I do. I do.
Yeah.
I don't want to feel for her though at the same time, because Rika, you know, because Rika. That's all I have to say actually. Just, you know, because Rika.
Just Rika.
Rika.
Rika's a god. All right, so again, we'll see what happens to Sophia and the rest of the characters in the next few episodes. Let's go ahead into Nagi no Asukara.
Oh, you mean Feels the anime?
Yes.
Yes. Mm-hmm. So in this episode, it was, I think Ray mentioned to me before that it's focused a lot on Tsumugu, kind of.
Can I make a synopsis of it?
Go ahead, yes.
It's essentially Tsumugu beats up little child version of Hikari, and then almost dies, gets Enna and says, "Hey yo, I love you." That's a synopsis.
That's not inaccurate.
No, it's not.
Mm-hmm.
My synopsis is Feels give you Enna.
Yeah, I think that's more of an observation, but...
Well, yeah, it's still a synopsis. It explains most of the episode, and that's how it ends.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious, though, like, how many people are gonna get Enna before this is over?
Everybody, they're just all gonna move underwater.
It's like Oprah's handing out Enna.
Yeah. Sea God is just Oprah.
It's like you're gonna have.
You get an Enna.
Sea God's true identity is Oprah.
Yeah. To be fair, though, they all have ancestry from the people of the sea, so it kind of makes sense.
That's true. That is so true. Well, I mean, Tsumugu and Minna are closer direct. They are not far away from.
So now
Tsumugu,
Minna's
the grandpa.
Okay, here though, Tsumugu's now gonna have to test this by just throwing Akari, the little kid, into the ocean and see what happens.
Yeah, that's gonna only go well.
But he has to be in love first.
Yeah, for science though.
Yeah, for science.
Of course, for science.
You can throw children into the ocean for science.
Well, there was in the beginning of the episode, there was a comment that Chisaki made about being in love is okay, because I can't remember her reason, but she said that she wouldn't mind not having the ability to love, and that kind of caused that little stir that happened. Everyone just like ran off, and here's my take on the whole being in love thing. I just want to kind of go out of anime and say that I guess like it would make sense to not be in love, because then it just takes all the stresses in life out of it. You know what I mean? I mean, in their case, since they're really in this like weird predicament, they're in this love web.
They're in a love
octahedral. If they're not in love, yes. And when they're not in love, then it just makes everyone happy. I mean, look at Monica. She's so happy. But is she really?
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, that's like a depressing way to look at it. Like, if you just agree with that, like the reason it's something to talk about is because it's conflictive. Like, even though, you know, love and emotions and all that is painful to experience sometimes, like, you know, you still want to have it, and it can still lead to positive things. That's like the whole conflict there, and you agreeing with that's just depressing, Gina. Come on now.
No, I don't agree with. I mean, if I was in that situation where everything was just so stressful, then I guess in a sense, like in Chisaki's mind, then yeah, you know, the guy that she loves.
She got men all around her.
The guy, no, but the guy that she loves is 5 years younger than her now.
She's got a full-grown man right next to her.
Who's in love with a girl that can't love.
I'm just saying, like, every character in that show is, like, an option for her. She can't be depressed.
Yeah, seriously. She has a pick of pretty much any of the male characters.
Yeah, anybody's possibility.
Why are we limiting it to that, though? Chisaki X
true.
Monica.
Hey, man. Hey. I have a different show for that, so.
I wouldn't be surprised if Monica ends up with nobody. Like, that would be an interesting way to go about it.
Well, if they have 3 episodes left, nobody ends up with anybody. They just leave us hanging.
I actually wouldn't be surprised if something like that happened.
I would be so mad.
I would be mad. I wouldn't be surprised, though.
I'd also vote for PA Works as Troll Company of the Year.
Yeah, I would vote for that.
Yep. And, of course, we already mentioned Tsumugu's confession at the end of the episode and getting the Enna, so... I mean, it seems like the only way for them to get Enna is when they're, like, in this state of where they're almost gonna die in the ocean, and then Sea God's like, oh, hey, you're gonna die, here, let me give you some Enna.
Some of Monica's
so far, I mean, there's only 2 characters, but... Oh yeah, that's right, it is Monica's Enna.
Yep.
Huh?
Yeah, exactly, that's the way they're kind of representing it, is that Monica lost her Enna, so it's going to other people who are experiencing the feeling that she lost when she lost her Enna.
Yeah.
That's kind of the way that I see them doing it.
That's a good thing to look at it.
And
then
no, I was gonna say, like, the way you can see that is sort of like every time it happens, you get the sound that Minna heard to like to find the Shio.
Yeah, the crackling.
Yeah, the crackling is just, that's how you know, like, that's what it's coming from. Like, that was sort of like the hint. And it's actually it's pretty cool. I'm really liking the show, to be honest. It's one of my favorites this season.
And I think the big part for me was when Hikari basically sacrificed his love for Monica to keep Tsumugu in Shishio, or no, what's that? The town next to the ocean, right? In order for Monica to fall in love again. And that was kind of like, wow, you're willing to have Monica fall in love with another man in order for her to experience love again.
Well,
that's kind of...
at the same time, it was very, it wasn't exactly a nice thing, because he was like, I don't care if you lie about it. just make her get her feelings back, so that way I can steal her from you if she does fall in love with you. Like, that was basically what I got from
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, that's how I kind of saw it was.
Strategy.
You know, I want her. I want her to have her
strategy.
feelings back so that I can find out what she wanted to tell me.
Yeah, it didn't feel like it was exactly the heroic thing to do. It felt sort of...
He's kind of a dick.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly.
Well, I mean, in his point of view, I guess, like, you know, he's kind of lost it all now. He's got nothing at that
Yeah, no,
point.
you understand where he's coming from, but it doesn't mean he's not being a dick about it. Like, you feel for him still.
Mm-hmm. Do you have any other opinions on the show or anything you wanted to point out?
Just excited to see what happens next at this point. I mean, they don't have that much time left.
Yeah, they only have
Right, how many episodes is it going to be?
26.
26? And it's only going to be, like, up to that,
Yeah.
right? As far as we know?
yeah, as far as we're aware of, it should only be 26 episodes.
Okay. Alright, so let's go ahead and move on to Log Horizon episode 23, where we're dealing with another enemy, right, that Shido can't figure out or understand.
Best moment, table flip, 2014.
Mm-hmm. 2014. Table flip. I don't know what anime got table flip 2013.
Was
Off the
there a
top of my
table
head.
flip? Probably.
I think there was. I don't remember where it was though. I'd have to go find it.
Yeah, that was an amazing table flip, though. They're all idiots! Boom!
I can't figure them out.
Mm-hmm.
But what I want to point out is the that woman that keeps showing up on throughout the episode. I realized that that's the woman that was telling the story of the heroes or the adventurers at the Palace of Eternal Light.
Yeah.
Same woman.
Yeah, I noticed
Did you
that too.
So I wonder what role she plays, or if she's I'm guessing she's a person of the land or people of the land. So I don't think she's an actual player, right?
Who knows? They haven't actually told us anything about her. She could very well be a player.
It just... The way she's been involved, though, like, knowing what's going on as it's happening, like, all that sort of stuff doesn't seem playerish, though.
Yeah, there's that.
Like,
Unless it's
Here's
the
my- here's
game
my-
developer.
Yeah, that's something
That's
Sheena
exactly-
thought up, but I was...
That's what I said. Exactly. They're probably one of the game developers.
Or mod.
Or mod.
Mm-hmm.
Or
Wasn't-
Game Master.
Yeah.
Now, wasn't
Yeah.
the Game Masters or whatever those things that come down and threaten, like, kill you or whatever if you try to fight inside of the cities?
Those are an NPC system, basically.
Like
Yeah,
Guardians
isn't that
or
like the
something like
modding?
that.
Isn't that part of the modding system or something? I don't remember. They actually...
Sort
The
of.
mods are usually people.
Yeah, they didn't explain mods in detail, did they? I don't think
No,
like,
they didn't
touched on
explain all that
so-
much.
Like, that's a possibility.
But even if it was a mod, I don't think mods really know much about what the story is in the game. It's usually the developers that would know. So it could be a developer, it could be just one of the people of the land that knows a lot. Or you know how like there's always a history, there's like that lore behind this game.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it could just be playing along, right?
Yeah, it could be that. Who knows? It's going to be interesting though, whatever it ends up being. I think she's going to be a very important character.
Right. And we also have a creepy-looking guy, Lord Marvs, the merchant that comes in. Really
yeah, I
creepy-looking
don't like
guy.
how he was designed.
Not at all.
Oh, he reminds me of what's his face from One Piece.
Oh, I know who you're... yeah,
Yeah, I don't know names, but
yeah, no.
that one dude.
I don't know. I don't watch One Piece.
I have actually only seen it in AMVs, but I know exactly who you're talking about. Like, it comes up in my mental storage system that I have. And...
Can someone explain Lord Marvs a little bit? Because I was a little lost during that whole...
It's like a rich merchant that supposedly was bringing like high quality fish, and he was gonna see the princess and all that stuff. And I'm assuming his paperwork wasn't actually done correctly and all that stuff, and like he's just
Exactly.
helping create the chaos. And being powerful, he can do more than anybody else can when it comes to causing shit to happen. You know.
And part of it was that he was from another region, and he was visiting to to further destabilize the East after the Goblin issue.
Yeah.
Alright, so I wonder what kind of role he'll play. Do you think he had anything to do with this whole fiasco that's going on during the festival?
Oh, I think he had everything
Maybe.
to do with it.
He's definitely involved at the very least.
It's just the face, right? And those nails and the way he touched the princess. He's like,
The
here,
way
I
he
wanted-
dumped that
oh.
I'm gonna
sake.
sniff that.
Yeah.
Was I the
Don't-
only person that when
do
she
that.
was pouring it wanted her to just throw it in his face so badly?
Yes. I was right there with you.
Like I was like that's a possibility that could happen. Like you can only fight stupidity with stupidity, right? Like
I think I think one of the cues about him being important is that his bodyguards are all adventurers.
Yeah.
Because they do the overlay, and all of them are adventurers around him. So I think that's really interesting.
Didn't they even mention it at
nice
one
detail.
point? Like one of the background characters like mentioned it.
They did.
Like why are
That's kind of
adventurers guarding
weird.
him?
Adventurers guarding
A person of the
a
land.
merchant or an NPC. I mean that happens in MMOs too. You know, you have those quests where you have to protect something.
Yeah,
or
escort missions.
It could be. It could possibly be something like that, or they're just using him because he is a powerful guy. He's a merchant, and could be from their region, from their server, or whatever. So.
Well, in this situation, everything's changed. Like they could just be seeing it as a quest still, or they could easily just be like, "Hey, powerful dude, give me money, yo." Like, and you don't really know how the rules of that would work anymore. There's a lot of stuff that still needs to be explained. That's part of the mystique of the show still.
I still want to look at it as if they're in a video game and not like in another world.
Yeah.
Just to kind of make sense of it a little bit, and not kind of. I don't want it to go far off. It's like the main thing is they're stuck in a video game, and I don't want to lose that.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Yeah. And this actually feels a lot more like the Dot Hack series of anime than Sword Art ever managed to.
Which
is also something else I'm noticing.
Mm-hmm.
Here's something I want to point out though, like. They did like a flashback to when he was playing it as a game. He was like actually at a computer screen, but everyone keeps calling this a VR anime. Like, is this technically a VR anime? Like, it's.
I don't believe so. I think it's more like they were playing a traditional MMO and they just ended up transplanted into the game one night.
Yeah, like because that didn't make sense to me. I was like, why is everyone calling it a VR anime when after that flashback it showed him at a computer monitor playing with a mouse and keyboard. That adds a lot more questions to it. Like, how did it happen then? Like, VR, there's always some sort of explanation with the technology.
It's probably like Digimon, where they just all get transported into the digital world.
And when they return to the world, they're going to crawl out of their computer screens like it's the Ring. It's kind of crawling on out.
Like in the movie where the egg just, kind of comes out.
Yeah.
The movie? Yeah. So it's probably going to be, I don't know. Well, we'll see. I'm really hoping that they'll explain a little bit more as to where they are, because it's like 20-some episodes. And the season's
Next
almost
week
done.
is the last episode.
Exactly. So it's like...
Wait.
It's only 25.
Really?
It's 25 long. Yeah, it ends next week. It's going to
Wait.
be the first series that ends.
Wait, season though, right? There's going to be another one?
I don't
Please?
know. We don't know anything.
Nothing's been announced.
Yeah, there's been no announcement from Satelight. There's been no news about it. So I guess we'll find out next week. Because if it cliffhangers properly, it's going to have a second season. Or it should.
You think they'd plan it out to have a second one just because of the success of Sword Art Online? Like, because money influences a lot.
Mm-hmm. But I think it's better than Sword Art. I'm gonna throw that out there.
Yeah, it's
deeper. Better than Sword Art.
It's deeper.
I would agree with that. Mm-hmm. I would say though that I think the sound and the battle scene animation is better in Sword Art though. Just those two specific things.
Yeah, and the animation quality of that is actually better in Sword Art too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right, so that is Log Horizon episode 23. Let's go ahead into instead of our look back, it's going to be our look forward into spring 2014. Now we have a list here of what anime we want to be talking about. So do you want to guys just go down the list and see if you guys want to talk about or you're interested in it?
Works for me.
All right, so first up is Black Bullet, which is going to be done by Cinema Citrus. Does anyone know of Cinema Citrus?
They co-produced Tokyo Magnitude 8.0, I think, with Bones. So I worked with Bones on that. And from what I remember, the director is going to be the same director that did Monster. So that's one of the things that really hooked me I have to watch this.
I haven't seen Monsters, so...
Really? You need...
I'm coming... I'm
I know I haven't either.
It's amazing. It's like, what is it, 70-something episodes, but entirely worth it. And I would say it's the most realistic anime that you're going to find in terms of it makes everyone... the feel you get from watching is more reminiscent of a live action because of how the approach that they take.
And that's why Guillermo del Toro is making a HBO show of it, supposedly.
Yeah, which will be sweet.
I want it. Oh my god, I want that to be done good though, so badly.
If Del Toro's doing it, it'll be good.
Oh, and I just double checked. The same guy that did the series composition is also the same person that did Monster. So
And it's the first time those two have worked together since Monster.
Yeah.
If I recall properly.
I do have to say, though, like, on the Monster topic, though, that is something that's got to be hard, though, is transferring anime into, like, an actual show, even if it is Monster. Like, that's still got to be, like, quite the interesting feat to have to pull out.
Another thing worth noting on that one is the rebuild, or the guy that did the music for the Eva rebuilds is also involved. So that should give you an idea of the type of score that you're going to be getting.
Oh, this is going to be good.
Yeah.
I'm even more stoked for it now.
Does anybody know about the story, though? Like, because it's an adaptation, right?
Yeah. It's, looking at the synopsis, it looks like the, kind of like the end of the, not the end of the world, but everyone's kind of stuck in one place due to a parasite.
Mm-hmm.
And the main character is one of the people that fights against these parasites. Kind of thing.
Yeah,
Okay.
they look like giant bugs. But it looks like, if you actually watch the previews, it looks pretty sick.
Yeah, I was thinking, though, like, because I was thinking along the lines of, even if you have the best people that you could possibly have working on something, if the source material is garbage, it's going to be garbage. But
Yeah.
at the same time, they wouldn't all work on something that's total garbage. Like, it's at least going to be above average, I would assume, just based on who's working on it alone.
Mm-hmm. And it doesn't mention here on AniList, but I did look it up on like Wikipedia, and I know that Yui Horii is going to be the voice of one of the characters, and she's my favorite voice actress. Just want to point that out.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to Black Bullet. I actually didn't have it on my list for a while, and then I read into it a little bit, and I'm definitely stoked for that one.
Alright, so Black Bullet. There's also Breakblade. I want to actually touch on that a little bit, because Breakblade is an adaptation of other things, was it? Or was that a different show?
No, it's the same one. What this one is the original release for Breakblade was an adaptation of a manga that was done in 6 40-minute OVAs, basically. And this is going to be the same 6 OVAs, but they're going to be turned into a 12-episode series with additional source material.
Have you seen the original OVAs? Or has
I
anyone?
have, and I own them.
Are they good? Is the story good?
They are very good.
Is it?
They are very good.
Ah, so this is something we're
I greatly
really
enjoyed them.
gonna be looking forward to. If you're into, because it looks like it's a mech show, right?
It definitely is a mech show, but they have a nice twist on it, at least.
Yeah, I saw the first OVA, actually. Yes, it's good. I like the first one, and I watched it a while ago, though, so...
So it's also going to be done by Production IG, and produced... Producers include Bandai, of course, Zebek, and Lantis.
How long has Breakblade been going on? Like the OVAs, like how long did it take for all of them to come out?
They did it over the course of, I believe it was a year. They released all 6. It might have been a year and a half.
Yeah, I remember it being a while. Like a decent amount of time. I shouldn't say a while, because they are 40 minutes. Like, it's decent length.
So, yeah, Breakblade is going to be another show that we're going to be looking into. Next is Captain Earth. Who wants to go into that? Who's most excited for Captain Earth?
You.
I would... Alright, well, go ahead, Sheena. Be excited.
Well, here's the thing. When I first saw the poster, the first thing I thought was Eureka 7. And here's the funny thing. I've never seen Eureka... Well, I can't say never. I haven't finished Eureka 7. So... I mean, it's done by Bones. How can it go wrong? Right?
Enjoying Eureka 7, I got kind of mad at that comparison.
Yeah. We had a fight.
She said, like, that mech looks exactly like Nirvash.
I never said exactly. I just said it looked similar or had, like, that same style.
It's a lot fatter than Nirvash was. Like, it's not the same, Sheena. Don't. Stop comparing them.
What do you guys think? Have you guys seen Eureka?
I haven't seen it. I have not.
Okay.
I have, and kinda. I don't know.
I'm not saying I can't see where she's coming from when she compares them. I'm just saying they're not, like, it's not close enough that I would compare them.
Mm-hmm.
Except for the fact that they were both, like, animated by Bones.
Yeah, so I mean, they're influenced by it. So, I mean, I'm kind of excited only because Bones is doing it, and the synopsis looks pretty interesting. So, and I actually like the trailer quite a bit. The trailer was pretty intense.
I would say if this would have come out last year, I would not have really been interested, because at this point last year, Bones was kind of on a very meh position as far as I'm concerned. But with this or with the currently airing season, where you have them doing Space Dandy and Noragami, I mean, they're definitely on an upswing. So I'm curious to see what they can do with that momentum.
Mm-hmm. I actually want to mention something next.
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, can we talk about Day A Live second season? I don't think that was on the list. I forgot about it.
Well, I haven't finished the first season, but I'm happy to talk about the second season.
Do you think it needs one from what you've seen so far?
I'm still in the middle of the final arc.
Okay.
So, as far as I'm aware of, it's basically self-contained arcs that kind of have some overarching plots with it. So it could definitely do a second season. I don't know necessarily that it needs to do a second season.
Lou, you seem like you had something to say?
No, I was going to say you guys go right ahead because I have no idea. I haven't seen Data Live.
No one else seen it? I'm the only person who watched that.
Mm-hmm.
I loved it.
Well, in this cast.
Well, I haven't finished it.
The full show, yes. Probably.
It's another fan servicey type of movie, but it's got good comedy in it. That was the spotlight.
Is it like My Mental Choices kind of thing?
Kind of. It's a.
I actually have talking points for this. I forgot.
I believe, if I'm not mixing this up, I think it's like a dating sim sort of comedy where, they at first at the very least they treat it like a dating sim.
Mm-hmm.
Where, the main character has to try to get the girl you see on the cover art, and she's it's like an alien or something like that. I forget, but she destroyed the world 300 years ago or something like that. Caused this huge disaster, and to stop it, he has to date her.
Yes, exactly.
The plot
is to fall in love with him.
Yeah,
it's the premise is pretty bad. To be quite honest.
Yeah,
it's awesome.
And large sections of it remind me of Heaven's Lost Property.
Yeah,
and that is not a good comparison.
Okay,
I did not like Heaven's Lost Property.
I loved
did
it.
not like that show. Hated it.
So you don't recommend this show, I'm guessing?
I don't know if I recommend it or not, actually. I've been struggling with that because I'm planning on doing a first impression of it and a review of the first season, and I don't know whether I recommend it yet or not.
It's one of those shows.
Okay, without trying to spoil anything, it's got, I feel at least, it had really good comedy. It's got the fan service and all that stuff, and then it has these moments where it takes itself very seriously for no reason.
Yeah, it's a show of two genres, very much so.
But it's interesting to watch. I would definitely recommend it if you're interested in watching it. If you're not, you can easily pass it over. But I'm interested in the second season. I'm not excited, but I'm interested, and I wanted to talk about that.
All right, so let's go ahead into Gokukoku no Brynhildr. That was a mouthful.
Or Brynhildr in the Darkness.
Brynhildr.
We can call it the English title. It's okay.
Okay.
Brynhildr. We'll say Brynhildr.
That's how I was pronouncing it earlier. So there's that. Ray, can you go into that?
Well, from what I've been told, I'll just say what I've been told. It's about a guy who had a childhood friend, and I believe he let her die, and then later on, a few years later, I believe it is, in high school, a girl with the exact same name, looks just like her, except older, because time actually passed, comes to the school and doesn't remember any of it, and it has to do with astronomy and looking up the stars. Aliens will probably be involved at some point.
Aliens. So it's like Nagi, but
she was trying to prove the existence of aliens.
We'll see. I'm not sure if I'm gonna watch it because it looks like it might be good.
It looks like it might be good. When you read the synopsis, you're like, what? It tells you the basis, yet tells you nothing about how to form an opinion on it.
Exactly.
Which is that good for a synopsis? I think that's might be a good thing at the same time.
It's intriguing enough to make you want to watch it, which I think means they did a good job.
I'll at least watch one episode. I'll give it that much, and then from there I'll decide if I want to give it 3.
Plus the poster animation there looks really good.
But all poster, well, not all, but most poster animations always make it look good.
Yeah, I was gonna say, do you want to look over to Happiness Charge Precure over there? That doesn't look special at all.
Well, if you like Precure, you're gonna watch it.
I know. I'm just saying.
If you want to watch Precure, you're gonna watch Precure. It doesn't matter what it looks like.
Yeah, I'm just saying the animation doesn't make you go, "Oh, that looks so good." It's what you just average. Like, you know. Especially when you compare them. Like, you compare the two of those, like, which one looks better? Come on, we can be honest. Unless you like rainbows, then Precure all the way.
Yep. Unless you like that particular style of animation.
Yeah, it's definitely a style thing there. But
Moe goodness, yo.
that's a style
Magical
of animation.
It's just its genre is Kawaii Desu.
Yeah.
Give me KyoAni for that any day.
I just want to touch a little bit on Haikyuu, if that's okay. I don't know if anyone else is interested in watching another sports anime.
Can I go ahead and just jump in on this with the end of Kuroko no Basket, with Production IG giving us a sports anime about volleyball? It has a lot to live up to. Like, it needs to be good, otherwise I'm going to be very pissed, because I'm one of those people that I really and thoroughly enjoy sports anime, and not just limited to Kuroko no Basket. My first anime was a sports anime, so I have an attachment to the genre, so it needs to be good. And the thing is, I remember on Manga Pod, they were reading the manga, and it didn't get favorable marks. So I'm kind of hoping that they do something like Production IG just makes it a little flashier, because apparently this isn't one of those series where the players get like special abilities with each match or whatever, like you see in Kuroko, for example.
Well, I mean, there's also Diamond Awaits that's out right now, and I think it's pretty good, but they don't have superpowers.
Well, they have different styles of pitching. That would be their abilities, is that they're very different. So I don't know. I mean,
this one seems more drama based, I guess, where he's paired up, where your main character's paired up with his arch enemy.
I mean, I'm gonna watch it guaranteed. It's just it has a lot to live up to, being from Production IG, you know.
Would you be happy if it was like, when it comes to like the scenes of the games, if it was like Kuroko no Basket in that sense, where like they get in the zone and you got the little eye things going on? All that stuff, except volleyball.
That'd be awesome. I'd be okay with that.
I think that's all they need to do to make it a success. They just need to make it like Kurobasu, except with volleyball, and everyone will watch it. Problem solved. There you go. I just sold it to you.
There it is. Haikyuu.
And sticking to sports animation, can we please talk about Ping Pong, the animation?
Oh God. I don't know how I feel about that.
It's rotoscoped goodness.
If it's anywhere near as good as Akuno Hana, we're covered. This is gonna be great.
I'm so looking forward to this. It's from a studio that I've never heard of.
Yeah.
I don't think I've heard of it either.
Tatsunoko Productions.
Oh, Tatsunoko?
Yeah.
They did
Karas.
they did
Karas. Right,
Karas. Yeah, which I have next to me to watch, actually.
I haven't seen that, so.
Mm-hmm.
That was actually
There's
good
a lot
animation.
of AVs.
Don't feel bad. No one has.
No, it looks good though.
Yeah, I've never actually seen.
Although this looks like it's going to be
Karas.
completely different.
It looks nothing like. I don't know. The cover art is more. It's more like a drawing than what the show would look like.
No, watch the preview. That's exactly what the show is going to look like.
Okay, here's some series that they've done. Lou, they did Sket Dance.
I love Sket Dance.
They
completely
did
forgot
C,
that they
which
did
I
that.
love. They did C, which I love, but is not the greatest show ever. They have done the Gatchaman series since antiquity. They did Beyblade.
Let it rip.
Can't forget that.
Okay, I'm sold. I'm watching this shit.
There you go. Oh, and they did
Beyblade style ping pong. Do it.
Oh, sold. I'm ready.
And
they did Wake Up Girls. They're doing Wake Up Girls currently in co-production with Ordet.
Oh, okay.
Wow. I'm surprised.
They've done a lot of stuff. They've been around since the 60s, it looks like.
Wait,
if Wikipedia can be
The
believed.
style of ping pong animation looks like it's from the 60s.
I mean, if they've been
just the cover art.
If they've been doing Gatchaman, then that's at least the 70s, like late 70s, early 80s, because that's when the first Gatchaman series aired.
Yeah, they did. It looks like Gatchaman. They did all the way. It looks like from Gatchaman 2. It's looking like from Gatchaman 2 they've had the title. So they've been doing it for quite a while. That's 78.
They have a lot of titles on them.
I'll still say I'm not exactly excited for this. It's ping pong. I don't know what to think about it at all.
It could be good.
It's going to be the new
It could be like
Kurobasu.
Kuroko. Exactly. It could be like Kuroko.
I wouldn't think that at all based on that preview.
That preview's awesome though. I'll give him that. Like,
I like the shorts.
it confused me enough to the point where I'm like, yeah, this needs to be a thing. I want to see this.
You should edit that preview together with like some dramatic, like theatrical music.
Dude, you're the
Take some Attack on Titan music,
Yeah.
some background Attack on Titan music, and just stick it underneath.
Yes.
Sold.
All right, so let's go ahead into Mekaku City Actors. I
So
don't really
ready.
know much. I just know that it's going to be done by Shaft. So if anyone has more knowledge about this or look it up.
I can talk on this. It's all right. Originally, it's adapted from a series of songs called Kagero Project, and that was adapted into a manga and a novel. And from there, you have the emergence of Mekaku City Actors, and in addition to that, you have Shimbo directing it specifically. So I mean, he does all their really good stuff. So yeah, it's gonna be entertaining, and it looks. I mean, the character designs, which is all we've really seen because we haven't gotten a full preview on that.
Mm-hmm.
The character designs look pretty awesome, but there's also been some fan stuff that's been put out on YouTube of the actual art design that you see in the manga and some of the scenes being drawn out and animated out, and they look really, really good.
Yeah, the art style, it seems like, for the show is going to look really good. Just based off that cover art alone.
Ray, wasn't there something that you mentioned that you were kind of unsure about this show?
No, there's nothing I'm unsure about with it. I'm going to watch it.
Because I remember like before you mentioned that how it's gonna be Supersonico's.
No, like
where
that's
based off
it's sort of
songs,
no, it's sort
or-
of like it's like that similarly where like how Lou mentioned how it started, but it's not like crappy like Supersonico. Hopefully,
As long as it's not like Black Rock Shooter, we're covered.
All right.
Those
Hopefully.
came from the same kind of idea, and Black Rock Shooter is how you don't do that.
It looked
So
it
here's
looked
hoping.
pretty nice.
I mean,
That's about all it had going for it.
the story.
Fair enough.
The story though because I actually read some of the manga. The story it's actually progressed pretty interestingly, and it's basically about a Hikini that is just forced to leave his house for the first time in a long time, and then chaos ensues. It's just good times. Yeah,
Of course.
I mean,
When someone leaves their
Now,
house, it's
am
like,
I the
I mean, it's
only one-
basically NHK.
Am I the only one who like noticed throughout like this whole season, upcoming season, like a lot of the characters and a lot of the shows like are going to be like leaving their house for the first time or whatever in like years.
They're all Hiki needs.
Yeah.
It's really interesting.
It's like
it's how you get to the audience, because
we're all losers that don't leave our houses.
we're all losers, guys.
Hey, speak for yourself, man. I totally do other things besides work and watch anime.
I go outside sometimes.
Hey, I
Chaos ensues when that happens.
have to get my mail sometime.
Yeah. I mean, especially now that you can have your food delivered to you, your groceries
Delivered by drone.
delivered by drone. You went to the next level, huh? How much does that cost?
All right.
We're not going there.
No, we're not. What we're going to is Akuma no Riddle.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's let me scroll up here. So it's basically it's a Yuri anime. Let's just point that out first.
All hail the year of Yuri.
I think
Yes, but it's not
Yeah,
Sakura
Sakura
trick.
trick?
It's not Sakura trick style Yuri. It looks like.
no, it's no, it looks a little bit more violent because the
Looks a
main
little more
characters.
violent.
Yeah. Oh, I'm
It's a little more
covered.
violent.
Oh, I'm so ready for
No,
that.
I mean, it's the school here. Main character is an assassin who's after one girl, but she ends up falling in love with this girl. So that's that's how the story pretty much is.
And I think that's all we
According
have.
to the synopsis,
I don't know
right?
if we,
That's all we get.
yeah, I don't know if we have any previews up yet or not.
No, I don't
Nope.
think so.
Nope.
Actually, is that the one? No, that's not the one I was thinking of.
Oh, there's a trailer up actually.
There's a trailer up for it now?
Yeah.
For
Give me-
Akuma no Riddle.
Yeah, give me a sec. I'll watch it.
Oh, sweet.
Alright.
Let me go ahead and throw out that some of the stuff that Diomedia has done, which is a studio. They've done Campione, which was a fan servicey goodness that came out. I want to say it was last year or maybe the year before that.
I think it was 2012, and take it or leave it.
Yeah, it was a harem series, and involved superpowers, and parts of it were animated pretty well. Not all of it, but some parts. They've also done Problem Children Are Coming from Another World, Aren't They? Which was actually pretty good. Aside from a couple fan servicey scenes, I really enjoyed that. They did Gengetsune, and they also did My Mental Choices Are Completely Interfering with My School Romantic Comedy.
Nice.
They were also involved with Squid Girl. Didn't
Nice.
do it, they're involved
Yes.
with it though.
Which is always a
Okay,
plus.
this is looking better and better as I watch the trailer.
They did. Is this the right one?
There's the trailer.
They did Kodomo no Jikan. Just saying.
Alright, I'm going quiet for a while because if Randomsama says that it's good, then it's good.
It's looking good. Like it doesn't show anything, but it still looks really good. It shows some keyframe animation. It shows some sketch art and concept art.
I like the
And
cat.
it's making me want to watch it even more.
But do you think? Oh, it looks really nice. But do you think that the Yuri aspect of it? Now, Yuri isn't really big from my perspective, like for female, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Do you think the Yuri part of the show is gonna ruin it, or might push people away from actually trying it?
It depends.
Well,
Like,
go ahead, Luke.
it depends on how they approach the Yuri. Like, for example, there was an episode in Sakura Trick. I don't know if it was, I think it was the last one or the last episode or the one before that, which what was it, like episode 7? I want to say.
Was it the one they were dealing with? Was it the one with the wedding?
Yeah.
Is that the one you're talking about?
Yeah.
That's episode 9, I believe.
Yeah. It's all right. So it's in that episode, there's almost no fan service. There's almost no kissing, and it's just focuses specifically on the relationship. And if that's the case, where it's just more about the romantic aspect as opposed to just focusing on the physical aspect and just pandering with fan service, I mean, if it focuses on what really matters in a relationship, then I don't think it detracts at all.
And it can be done really well, like with Aoi Hana. It's definitely done really, really well, because that series doesn't focus on the fact that, oh, it's two girls in a relationship. Isn't that adorable and kind of hot? It focuses more on how do they deal with having these feelings in a heterocentric society. And it's really interesting, and I think it's one of the best done Yuri animations I've seen.
You've seen a lot, right?
I've seen a fair amount.
I just wanted you to go balls
you
to the
know.
wall. I've seen them all.
Oh no, I have not seen them all. I've seen a decent.
This
amount
does
of
look
them.
interesting though.
So.
Like you got to give it a chance from what I'm seeing in that trailer.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
As somebody
trailer
who
looks really
opposes
good.
Yuri, or not
Opposes
opposes,
Yuri.
doesn't really. Okay, hold
That
on.
is a
let
strong
me,
stance to take.
Let me rephrase my statement. As somebody who's not
Thank you for
into the Yuri
unsubbing.
genre,
Mm-hmm.
I love you all, but
It's not the girl.
we'll see. We'll see. I'm gonna try an episode or two of it, and we'll see where it goes. But can I ask who added No Game No Life? Because I actually haven't looked into it at all. So
It wasn't me,
Yeah,
because I looked at it and I'm like, I don't need another Hiki Neat show in my life,
because it is, from what
especially an
I
ecchi
understand.
one.
Yeah, so I think it's like, isn't it a brother and sister? Is that the one that I'm?
Yeah, it's brother sister who are both neats.
So it's probably be Ray that added
I didn't
it then.
add it, but I agree with that. I want to.
I didn't add it. So we have like a ghost that has access to our doc. So
I'm just saying
It's-
I wouldn't.
it's the
I'm
Haunted
not
Doc.
against it. I saw. Isn't there? I believe there's a trailer for that one too, right?
It looks like it could be interesting. The basic premise is that the brother and sister who are, they're both Hiki Neats. They've spawned urban legends over the internet as gamers, and they kind of consider real life as just another crappy game. And then one day, a boy visits them and pulls them over to a different world where God has declared there's no war and everything is settled through games. And there's your premise. And
it's
it's animated by Madhouse.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
It looks interesting enough. I mean, the animation looks good. You know, for what it is.
I'm,
Yeah. I mean,
yeah, I'm not.
I'm looking up.
I don't have high hopes, but I want it to be good.
Mm-hmm.
The concept.
So it's another. Is it another stuck in a video game kind of thing?
No, this is the video game is real life.
Yeah.
So it's not really stuck.
All right, this preview actually looks pretty awesome.
Yeah, you're not trying to get out. I don't think in this. Like that's just life now.
So you just accept it.
Well, it's an alternate. Yeah, it's an alternate reality, is what they did.
From what I'm seeing in this preview, I would just accept it too.
I don't know. I saw boobs somewhere, so.
Yeah. So
oh well, I'm sold then.
Sold.
I'm sold.
All right,
I'm done. We're
the
watching
series
this.
composition. The guy who did the series composition also did the series composition for Chobits, for Code E, for Chunibyo.
Sold.
Yep, I may have to watch it now. God damn it! I was trying to avoid having
Fate
like
Stay Night.
20 shows.
Sold.
What
Damn it, Lou! Don't tell me these
Idolmaster,
things. 'Cause now it's going on my
K-On.
list.
A lot of stuff. Wow, Nichijou.
Okay, April 30th.
That's it. That's what sold me. Robotics Notes. Really?
Which I still haven't watched actually.
Steins Gate? Yeah, no. This guy's done everything.
Neither of them.
Steins Gate? Okay,
yeah,
we're watching
sold.
this. We're gonna have to try this.
Guys,
If that information
I'll give it
isn't-
3 episodes.
All right, let me go ahead and say if that information is inaccurate, blame AnyChart. But they're usually pretty accurate on the stuff that they post when it comes to that. So, there were 2 directors that were listed for that. One of them doesn't have any credits. The other one did Sakurasu no Pet, which is really good. I really love that series. So I mean, it's 2 very young directors with a really seasoned screenwriter, it seems.
Can I take the Ghosts credit and say that I just put this on there now? Now that we're all interested.
I can live with that.
And if it goes to shit, I'll take the crap too.
All the blame will be on you. Alright, was there any other shows that you guys were interested in that just wanted to touch on it? That wasn't on the list?
I'll touch on.
Yeah, there was another one.
I'll touch on one more. Selector Infected Wixas. I don't know if you guys have seen my season preview, but that was one of the shows that I talked about, and it's kind of a card game with a bunch of moe girls. Now, before you go in thinking, oh well, it's like a mashup of Yu-Gi-Oh and K-On, that's not the case. It's rated
I'd watch
R17.
that.
I would too, but with that said, it's rated R17, and one of the genres associated with it is psychological. So it looks like it's going to be a very, very dark show, and it's being done by JC staff. So that's worth noting, and you may want to check out the preview for that one.
Do they get raped by Yu-Gi-Oh monsters?
Maybe. I don't know.
Well,
no, it's no
Maybe
longer on
Dungeons
YouTube.
I'll find it for you guys. Just.
And did you have anything random that you wanted to say, or?
Yeah, there was one other
added?
one. Where'd it go? Oh, Mahoka Koko no Rotose.
Okay.
Yeah, it actually looks kind of interesting. I'm hoping it's as good as it looks like it's going to be, because I always love when fantasy and sci-fi meet. So it's looking like it'll be interesting.
I can never pull them apart. Like, fantasy is sci-fi, so it's like...
Not entirely. Well, sci-fi is fantasy. Fantasy is not sci-fi. It's the simplest way to explain it.
So, yeah, that's also done by Madhouse Studios. Alright, so with that is the look forward. Now let's go on to the off-topic discussions, and it's anime convention season. It's starting up.
Yeah.
Hooray. So, first off, has anyone ever been to convention?
Yeah, I have.
Who has
Several.
been to? Who has been? Several? Where have you been?
I have been to 2 conventions. I just started going to cons recently, because I don't like going outside. I'm Hikinit, so I am the target audience for shows like NHK, etc. And the shows like the one that we just talked about. But yeah, so I've gone to Florida SuperCon and Animate Miami, and both experiences were really interesting. Specifically, one major standout for me was a panel with the cast of Panty and Stocking, and it is the funniest experience that I have ever had in my entire life. And I'm waiting for the con to upload the video so I can just spam it everywhere.
I can only imagine. That must have been beautiful.
It was so obscene.
Do you have any cons that you're planning on going to this year?
I'm actually planning on going to ASEN. It's going to be my first con out of state, and that is in the middle of May, so it's going to be fun. That's in Chicago.
You gonna vlog it up, or what?
I'll probably do some filming. I have to buy a new camera because my point and shoot that I use, or that I have used in the past for videos, is not very dependable. So I'm gonna have to see if I can buy a new camera and then factor in the like $1,500 that it's gonna cost for all my travel expenses plus buying stuff on there. So if I can factor in a camera, then I'll be vlogging it up. Otherwise, no.
All right, Random. Have you been to a convention?
I've been to several, actually. So I've actually been going to cons. I think my first one was when I was 11? Something like that. And not an anime convention. This was a science fiction convention. And so I've been going to cons for quite a while. But for anime conventions, my first one was Sakura Con back in 2008? Something like that, 2009. And I go to that one regularly, even though I've skipped a year every now and then. So I'm going back to that one this year. And that's in the middle of April up in Seattle. And Funimation tends to announce big things there. Like last year when I didn't go, they announced Psycho Pass. And they actually did a preview showing. So of course I missed that. So I'll be there this year. And then this year I'm also going to Anime Expo down here in LA. So I'll be at Expo as well.
And Ray, what about you?
You know all of that. I haven't been to any without you, so.
Well, the viewers at home, they don't know.
Yeah, I mean, we went to Anime Central for one day. I might go this year. Lou, if you want to meet up, I might go up there to meet you for a day or something. Money being the factor, and yes or no. I will be going to Anime Expo this year with Sheena, so I'll probably go to 2 this year unless I am dead broke and can't go to Anime Central. But, it'll be my second and third technically, even though we only spent 3 hours maybe. But if you not even actually yeah, I was gonna say in line we spent an hour and a half in the actual con, and then after that we had to go because shit was closing.
Yeah, Lou, you gotta get there early just to get your passes.
I'm gonna buy them ahead of time and have them shipped. So
yeah. Or get there the day before, like I usually do, and pick up your passes.
Yeah, because the line is just ridiculous. I think Anime Expo's been getting better with it, but it was horrible. Just waiting in line.
It was such a tease. We got through the door after waiting out in line outside for an hour and 15 minutes. We get through the door and it's oh, by the way, you have to go through half of this whole place in a line still. Thinking that when you get to the door you're going to be done, don't get your hopes up. It's not true at all.
Just get it mailed to you. That's all I'm going to say.
It took forever to get it.
But as for me, I've been going to anime conventions since 2007. And I've gone to Anime Expo, Fanime up in San Jose. I've gone to Anime LA, which is a small anime convention in Los Angeles near the LAX. And then I've been to Pacific Media Expo, which is not really an anime convention. It mostly focuses on the South Pacific Asian culture, I guess. And anime happens to be one of them. So yeah, I went to that, and I will be going to Anime Expo this year. So Random, Ray, we'll all meet up together.
We should meet up for sure.
And we'll have lunch.
I may or may not be in costume. We'll see.
Oh, just to say, there is a Hooters right across the street from the LA Convention Center.
Ray, I know where we're going.
Oh, yeah. We have to buy them costumes, though. I wonder how much we had to pay for that.
Hey, maid costumes aren't that expensive.
No, I mean for them to wear them.
Yeah. I was... Anyway.
We can wear them. I mean, that'd be,
Hey, I'm okay with that, man. I can pull it off. I got the figure for this.
It doesn't. Have you guys ever cosplayed at any conventions? Well, I know Ray has.
I'm going to.
Yes, I have.
Lou?
Yes,
Random?
I have. The first time I cosplayed with a friend of mine, and she went as Saber from Face Night, and I went as Archer. And she way outdid me. My costume did not look anywhere near as good as hers. So... But it was still a lot of fun, and this year I'm going to cosplay as Hei from Darker Than Black. So, I'm definitely looking forward to that. I'm not sure if I'm going to wear it to Expo because it's the middle of summer in Los Angeles and I'm wearing all black. So, that's just asking for problems. But I'm wearing it to SakuraCon for sure.
It's okay. There's people that's worn a huge domo outfit walking around LA. It's great.
I feel for them.
Have you cosplayed, Lou?
No, I have not.
And you never.
I'm lame.
Have you? Do you ever plan on ever cosplaying? Like if you were given the chance to or the ability to actually make cosplay or buy them, would you actually do it?
Oh, I know exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm trying to get in shape, so I can roll out as Nudisto Beach at ASEN.
Are you gonna have like little
Yes,
shiny
that's
bits?
exactly what I'm going for. Actually, I'm gonna
Nice.
I'm gonna send you a picture of that has inspired me. Someone that actually already did it. I will send it to you in a chat so you can proceed and you will erupt in laughter once you see this.
I think you could almost pull off. You could almost pull off Dutch from Black Lagoon.
Yeah, maybe.
I think you could almost do it. That'd be pretty sweet.
Lou, I'm gonna meet you up there and I'm gonna ruin everything because I'm gonna cosplay as Rika from Chunibyo.
No
Oh,
way.
dude.
Yes. Photos. Picture didn't happen.
All right, so I
Keep in
sent that
mind
picture.
I'm like 300 pounds.
Do it. All right, I sent that picture in the chat. You guys need to throw this on screen for them.
Yeah.
That
Yes.
is
That's gonna be awesome.
That is awesome.
That is my goal.
Shiny bits. If you went as the action without his clothes, you'd probably look
Yeah,
like that.
probably.
Depends upon the
Well,
con.
Yeah, because I know Anime Expo has had Manfei before. I don't know if you guys... Don't Google it unless you're like ready for
Sakura
it.
Con has had Manfei as well.
Manfei is everywhere. I mean, if you guys are ready for Manfei, Google it. But if you're not, it is what it is. Manfei. Faye from Cowboy Bebop. So if you're
And he's not
if
in
you're ready to
shape.
see... No, yeah. If you're ready to see that kind of stuff, then go for
When I
it.
cosplay as Rika, I'm essentially gonna be the next Manfei. It's gonna get bad.
As long as you have
Please don't.
the frilly parasol, I can live with it.
My skirt is gonna be so short.
Just wear shorts or something underneath, please. No, wear Shimapon underneath. Then you're covered.
Oh my god. If it happens, I'm not associating myself.
I will put it on my channel, and I will gladly mask Sheena's face just right next to Ray. Just like this person is feeling shame right
Sheena-
now.
All you have to do is cosplay as Yuta, and you're all set.
Oh my god.
Bam.
Oh
there
my
you
god,
go.
wait, hold on. This might work. Anime Expo 2014, be there.
Oh, I'm ready for this.
Oh,
I'm ready.
Well, actually, I don't know. I might go. I've only cosplayed like a little bit. I've cosplayed as Sekai from School Days.
Oh, well, that doesn't
And-
count a ton.
I mean, it was bought cosplay. Like my friend was like, "Oh, you can buy it." I'm like, "Okay." It was expensive though. Don't buy cosplays
I make
unless
mine.
you're like ready for it. So that's the anime conventions. I'm excited for this year. It's gonna be really fun.
Oh, I'm stoked. I wonder what they're going to announce at SakuraCon this year. They always announce something big, so I'm wondering what they're going to get.
I'm excited for the experience of a breeze just going through my skirt.
As a man who wears a kilt every now and again, it is fantastic.
Oh my god.
There is no better feeling.
No wonder we have no friends but ourselves.
Here's the thing though. I've never worn. I can't say never, but I haven't worn a skirt in like forever.
Yeah, I was gonna say you technically
I
wore
can't-
one when you cosplayed, but
When I was Sekai, yeah, but it's been a while. So that is all the topics that we have for this episode. Random, why don't you go ahead and plug yourself?
Okay, I can do that. So once again, my name is Randomsama613. I have a channel, youtube.com/IHaveAnimeOpinions. I put out a weekly video, generally speaking. It can range anywhere from a first impression to a review to a top 5 video to anything in between. I'm on most social media as Randomsama613. That's going to be Twitter, Tumblr, and Hummingbird. And I guess I have a Mal, but I never use it. So.
All right, Lou, go ahead.
Alright, my name is Lou from Sitting by the Window Anime Reviews. You can find me at youtube.com/SBTWAnimeReviews, and you can find me on Twitter at twitter.com/SBTWAnimeReview. No S at the end, because Twitter likes to truncate things.
All right, and I don't think we have a joke for this week, so
No, we don't.
anyone can. Nope.
No,
Nope.
I'm
All right.
inebriated right now, so that's my joke. My joke
I
is
had a
me
joke
having
for
a nice
earlier.
Guinness.
I had a joke
No,
for
the
earlier
skirt-
where Lou wanted to handle the Mekaku City actors. I was gonna say Lou knows how to handle the shaft, but
Back to Shaft.
Back to
That
Shaft.
works.
There we
But
go.
hey, any show that gets shafted, I'll watch. There you go.
All right.
we really are going for low-hanging fruit right now.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, we are.
I'm practically
It's
kicking this fruit.
It's okay. All right, thank you all for watching. We will see you all next time.
Join anal.
Bye.
Later, guys.